Alright, what is up guys? Fraser Wilson here. Today we're going to learn exactly what to do if you are skinny fat. So this video is going to be a bit of an anecdotal experience going through my experiences with the skinny fat physique and how I actually overcame it and built a better physique for myself, because I was stuck in that position and I didn't really understand what to do, but I learnt how to overcome it and I want to explain that to you guys. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Now before we actually tackle the solutions, you need to understand what skinny fat is. So a skinny fat physique is going to be defined by someone who does not have enough muscle mass to actually look defined, or who does not have low enough body fat percentages to actually see definition in general. Ultimately, it's a combination of not having enough muscle mass and not being at a low enough body fat percentage. It's kind of like a middle ground, right? You're not pushing into any real extreme or any actual growth potential. You're just kind of at a level playing field, and it's definitely not a good situation to be in. In other words, you're at a sticking point, and a lot of people get to this stage and have no idea how to approach it. So what are the options when you are stuck with a skinny fat physique? Now, there's typically going to be two pathways that we can go down, and I want to explain both of those so you can get a good idea of which one is best. So what options do we actually have to go off when you are caught up in a skinny fat physique? Now, ultimately, there's going to be two routes to go down. The first is going to either be to shred down body fat, or the second is going to be to bulk up muscle mass. So the idea behind actually cutting down the body fat is that by doing so, you will reveal the muscle underneath. Now, converse to that, okay, when you go on a lean bulk or a bulk, or you want to add muscle mass, what that is going to do is improve your body composition overall. And as such, hopefully, okay, this is a big one, because it is hopefully, it's about how you do it, you will overcome the skinny fat physique. So those are the two typical options that you are stuck with. You're on a fork in the road and you need to decide whether you should cut fat or build muscle mass. That's the whole skinny fat problem. It's, you're skinny, should I build muscle? Or I'm skinny, or I am fat, I have a bit of fat on me, should I cut down? And between those two options, there is a better route to go for 99% of people, and that's the one I'm going to take you through. But before we do that, I want to kind of get an idea of what you would think, because most people would typically think that the cut is going to be the better option, because you're skinny fat, you have fat on you, right? You'd want to cut down body fat. Of course, that's going to improve your physique, isn't it? Now, I also was under that same impression that a cut would gonna be the best thing to do. Like if I could just cut down body fat as much as I could, I would drastically improve my physique, okay? And that's what a lot of people think. They think it's all a fat loss game. It's all like they could, I weighed 60 kilograms, okay? I would weigh like 60 kilograms, 175 centimeters for reference. And I said, this is the better option to go for, to cut down. I didn't have any muscle mass or any real like body fat stores to eat into, but I thought that I did have a little layer of fat, so if I could just get rid of that, the world would be sunshine and rainbows, wouldn't it? But no, it's just not the actual case. So I want to take you through what actually happens when you decide to cut down at that stage. So let's say you were to actually cut down at your skinny fat position, the chances of you actually greatly improving your physique are very, very low. And the reason is you don't actually have enough muscle mass to work with. And trust me, I made this mistake in the beginning and I wasted a whole lot of time. So there's definitely a better option to go for, as opposed to just deciding that I'm gonna cut down, I'm gonna lose the fat, because that's the name of the game. Fat loss, get shredded, right? It's just not the case. And that's why you can get to very, very low percentage levels of body fat and still not have a very impressive physique. It's because you're missing something. You're missing a very critical component to building a good, sturdy, and steady and aesthetic physique. And that's gonna be that muscle mass base that you need before you actually decide to then shred down. And that's something I just didn't understand when I first started out at 60 kilograms. I decided it's best to cut down to 54, which is what I got to at my lowest, rather than to bulk up and actually implement a proper training program or a proper nutritional plan. The whole key was I was just not gonna eat anything. Just not gonna eat anything, and it's a dangerous game to get yourself into, because you think, well, bloody hell, I'm losing weight, I'm losing fat, but I don't look better. I don't look any different. I'm not getting any more definition in my midsection. And it's just a very, very bad negative cycle to get into. So you should definitely go the alternative route. So 9 times out of 10, the right fix for a person with a skinny fat physique is going to be the lean bulk. Understand that it's going to come down to a lot more than just body fat percentage levels. If that was the name of the game, everyone could just get shredded, but it's just not the case. And that layer of fat that might be covering your midsection, your abs, you might find out that it's not actually covering that much. So it's very important to build that strong foundation and that strong base first by implementing a proper training plan, a proper meal plan, all this kind of stuff, by hitting the gym on a regular basis, which is something I did not do at the start. It's something I didn't think I needed to do, okay? I thought I could just stay at home, do abs, do, push-ups, all that kind of stuff, and it would just miraculously form. It would just miraculously happen whilst I was losing weight. That whole situation just doesn't go together. You need to be going to the gym. You need to be eating in a consistent calorie surplus. And something that's a benefit towards actually doing this when you're a beginner or when you are in a skinny fat physique is you have the capacity to not only put on muscle mass, but also to lose body fat whilst doing so, which is freaking fantastic. It's probably the best situation you could be in. So instead of, eating nothing and then having no energy to put towards your workouts, not actually storing muscle mass, not doing this, which is what I did, wasted a whole bunch of time, what you want to do is eat in a controlled calorie surplus and then actually go to the gym, train hard, put on muscle mass whilst you're doing that, and your physique will change so much better than it would if you were just to trim back that layer of fat. It's not actually hiding anything, all right? Just get over that whole fear that that last layer of fat is what you need to get rid of to really reveal your majestic physique. It's just not the case. Build the muscle mass first. If you haven't been training for like a year at least, then I wouldn't really recommend considering a cut. Lean bulk, build first, and then decide to shred down and reveal that crazy aesthetic physique that is hiding under the fat that is now covering muscle because you've actually done it properly. So that is going to wrap it up, guys. Lean bulk, 100%. Oh, hi. Fuck you. Haha. Lean bulk, 99% of the time, okay? 99% of the time. There is going to be an extreme case where you will want to cut down, but 99% of the time, if you have a skinny fat physique, which is defined, I guess, by this photo here, then you should definitely be lean bulking. So with that, guys, if you need help with training plans, meal plans, I will mention I do have coaching available. That'll be the first link in the description if you want to check that out. So with that, guys, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, drop a like if you did enjoy the video, comment down anything you want, whether it's a question or just making fun of my hairline, I don't know, whatever you want to do. And I'll catch you in the next one.